In today's video, we're going to talk about figuring out the genre which works best for that sentence that we created last week. Hey, my fellow screenwriting enthusiasts, it's Paul from Small Town Movie Critic. If you're new to the channel, we're all about helping you write that kick-ass screenplay by giving you tips, tools, inspiration, and product reviews. If you feel this is the type of content that will be good for helping you with your screenwriting endeavors, feel free to hit the subscribe button below. As I try to release a video at least once a week, I'm actually on, this week I actually have more than one this week. I know, shocking as it is. Now, as we do each and every week, I'd like to welcome all of our new subscribers. This week, I'd like to welcome Ezekiel Rage, Charlie Antonio Eduardo, Fatal, and I'll put the last name, I think it's La Ping Vino. I think are all those. I wish you luck in your future writing endeavors as well as filmmaking endeavors. Thank you for joining the community. Welcome. Now, today we're working our way through our video series, which talks about taking a screenplay from idea to first draft. Now, in the last video for the series, we looked about how to do research on our idea. Now, today we're going to talk about what genre to pick. You might already have an idea in your mind for what you have so far. However, I'd like you to take some time to think about some other genre choices. And there's two reasons I think it's important to look at genre. The genre, one, might make it easier to sell. The other one, some studios or producers like certain types of scripts, and if you have the right genre, then selling your script will be easier. Number two, genre can be synergetic with your own original ideas, meaning that the film is made better between the promises that you've made to the audience as a storyteller, as well as the promises that the genre makes. Now, you might be wondering, well, what promises am I making as a storyteller, and what promises that genre makes? So let me give you an example of a promise that a genre makes. Now, if you're watching a horror movie, there's going to be some type of horror element, right? You're going to feel some anxiety. You're going to have the audience feeling some anxiety. They're going to probably feel some fear, or they're going to be scared during the movie. Now, if you don't feel something like this, then the movie really isn't a horror movie, is it? And so I've watched some movies that aren't very scary or have these type of elements, and to me, those are not horror movies. Now, as you think about that movie sentence you wrote, that simple plot, what is the promise you're making? Now, in my script, my sentence was about a pizza delivery driver defeating a serial killer. So the promise that my idea will have is that there's going to be a confrontation between the hero and the serial killer, where the hero, aka the pizza delivery driver, wins. And I'm also making the promise that there will probably be pizza in the movie as well too. Now, on first glance, it sounds like my idea would work with a horror theme. Serial killer, fear, that's some good synergy. However, as I went through this process, I actually hit on something a little different. I'm actually doing a horror/romance genre, and I'll explain that more as we get through that. Now, this is something that Jeff from Fast Screenplay hits on. Again, Fast Screenplay is where I have learned about how to do all this type of stuff. Now, I don't get paid for saying this, but this is a great system and one that helped me in writing my script. And I have links in the description of the video if you want to check it out. I will tell you the process going through Fast takes a long time, and the process is not cheap, but it's money well spent. I am so glad I took that class, and that class has led me to this passion of making this channel. So like I said, I'm a really big fan of this. It's a big passion of mine. And so Jeff says this, but every film that's made needs to add something new, something creative, something original. If an audience has seen the story before, they'll be bored. It will be unoriginal. If there's a genre through which you can write your idea that might twist an audience expectation, can you think of a completely unexpected genre for your film that would spin the whole notion on its head and give the audience something it would never have imagined? Can you perhaps blend genres to create something totally new? So that's our goal for today. I'm going to populate the screen with a whole bunch of different genres. I want you to take some time and think of your idea sentence in terms of each genre. Or terms of split parts of genres. Take part of one genre, like I was doing before, a horror romance. So take some different genres, mix them together as well too. Look and see if one or a couple of these puts a very unique spin on your sentence. And if there's a genre that makes you more excited than others doing this approach, that's awesome as well too. That might be the way that you're going to want to take it. So I'll list the genres, and I'll leave them up for about a minute so you can start looking at them. So please pause the video at this point, and so you can see which genre might work the best with your sentence. Now, I know this process has taken a while, and you're probably thinking, we have enough to go on right now. We actually still have a long way to go. So many times we begin writing without thinking through what we are writing, and this leads to dead ends, it leads to frustrations, it leads up to giving up in the middle of the script when we run out of steam. Now, again, the reason why we're doing this is to make it easier to write our first drafts. So by the time we begin our first draft, we're going to know so much about our idea that the words are going to be there, and you won't hit a dead end. So did you have any ahas in this lesson for today? If so, write them in the comment section below. And before we end the video, I just wanted to give you a little update on my writing projects right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of stuff to show, but I'm still in the midst of all of my grunt work. So hoping to have a bigger update for you next week. Also, you should be seeing some extra videos this week. I'm going to be filming some extra ones tonight, so let me know how you like them, and let me know which ones you find the most helpful. So my hope for this week is that your writing goes well, or your rewriting goes well, as if most writing, it seems like, is always rewriting. I hope you've been able to carve out some time so you can work on that next kick-ass screenplay, because only you can make that next blockbuster that will help other people fall in love with storytelling like we all do. So until the next video, keep writing and have a blessed day.